Welcome back, friends. So as in the previous video session we have seen that how we can make contact form using our bootstrap and HTML. So in the last session we has done up to here, and I was promised to guide you that how you can make a validation of these forms using the terms. So actually we have planned to validate that name must be at least 4 character long, then email, the format must be validated, then the subject section of this form should be at least 5 character long, and for the comment the text should be at least 50 character, and maximum it should be 250 character. If all the things satisfy the requirement, then further we will send it to the PHP, and that will be sent as a mail. So for that I require to create a file, or simply I can make the script here. Okay, but for the portability and a lot of other benefit of a separate file, so I will make it by naming script.js. So as it is empty, I will create an object of Windows on add action list, actually event listener. So I will add a event listener when submit named button is pressed, and call a anonymous function by passing. Actually even you can call here an arrow function, it is up to your choice, or simply anonymous function with the event. So now I will here block the default submission of the form. So what exactly it is doing, and here you require to connect or link your script file with your HTML code. With the help of that, your script will execute when it will be required in your HTML page. So now open it and right click on your browser, inspect it and check the network panel. Once again reload the page and check whether the file script.js is loaded or not. If status is 200, then all the thing is okay. Otherwise you need to check the path where you have put your file. So what is the use of event.prevent default? So by the way, if you press the submit button, then your page is being completely reloaded, but you require to prevent it. For that you have to block it by calling the prevent default function. So now if you refresh it and hit the submit button, as you are able to see that there is no any event is happens. To verify that the button has been pressed or not, open the console and write here a log for console, hello, or something that you like. Now refresh the page. As you know that JavaScript a client side language, so we need to reload the file. And now if you hit submit or send, then you are able to see that here message has been printed, means your button is being pressed but the page is not reloading. That is the use of this event.prevent default function. So now write the functions for the validation. So va validate name, here define a variable, let name is equal to document.get element by id and just see your HTML file. There we have already defined the IDs for each element. So copy the ID for your name field, paste it here, and then dot value. Okay, now the text field value has been copied in your this variable. Whatever the value will be in the text field, that will be copied in it. So you can verify it here by doing document.get element by id. Here you can type your id, so that is txt name and then value. As you are able to see here that the data has been printed here. Once again, if that is null and you try it, you are able to see here that it is a null string. So by the way, you got it. Now check the rule that we want to validate. So name must be at least 4 character long. Just do it. If name dot alien length is greater than equal to 4, then I define here a variable named let status is equal to false. By default it is false, and here update the status if the whatever the rule you has defined is satisfied, and then return it from here. So return the status. Okay, for our next, define another function, validate email. So for email actually you simply require to match the pattern that you may aware that email have a specific format, that it should be somehow like example@example.com. Here is the username, then @ is for the email annotation, then the domain name, and then RTDL somehow. So or likewise, if the pattern is being matched, then and then only it is an email address. So for that I has make a regular expression. You can verify it. Here is a website regex101.com. Here you can make your pattern and validate whatever you want, means your string can be validated or matched with these. So if you try here example@example.com, as it is satisfying the thing, it become actually selected, and here you are able to see that it is matched with. So just copy it in the script and let somehow put it like regex and paste it here. Now put it likewise. So regex, whatever the object you have defined, then test, and along with your string that you want. So for that define another variable and fetch the value from your form. So open the form, HTML file, and then copy the field name. In the previous session there is a typo, please correct that by referring it. So paste it here and type your get the value from the field. Validate this regular expression against your data that you are fetching from your text field or email field. Another variable is required, that is the status. So by default it is false, and test function is written a boolean value. So if it is satisfied, then it will return a boolean. Though if it is satisfied, means your pattern is matching with your email pattern, and return the status accordingly. So now you have put your validation for name and mail address. Now just check for the subject. @ is 5 character long, so it is quite similar to it, but let us make it function validate subject let status is equal to false, because it is required in every function. You can put here error message and related thing, but for now I'm just testing it whether it is true or not. If it is true, then will be submitted to the PHP, otherwise will stop. So grab the field data. So it is subject document.getElement by id. Once again open your HTML file, copy the id name and paste it here, or even you can type here, but there shouldn't be any typo, because of that I am using copy and paste. Okay, now once again check just a minute, subject dot length, it should be greater than or equal to 5, or simply actually at least 5 characters. If it is so, then update the status variable and return the status. Okay, once again nearly same like it, validate, comment, let status is equal to false. Let comment, define the variable actually, document dot get element by id. Operation is exactly same, either it will be a text field or input field or text area, that doesn't make any difference. Just you require to copy the id name for grabbing the data and then extracting the value from that field. Once again check it that the comment field must have at least 50 and means both the rule must be satisfied here, and comment dot length must be less than 250. If it is so, then set the variable status as true and return status. Yeah, so there is a trick you have to understand that how regular expression is work. I will explain that. So for that, here this usually used for the power, but in the regular expression it means that the first character should be from any of these, means small a to z, capital A to z, 0 to 9, or these printable characters. Plus means in the regular expression either one or more. So any of these character at least should be one or more than one. Then add is mandatory, means there is no any option for that, so simply add. Then once again from A to Z, capital and small, same 0 to 9 and dash, because some of domain have name like abc dot somehow com, like that. It is just for example, so don't take it seriously, okay. Then here your domain name means must have a dot and the top level domain name like incom or .us, .gov.in or .gov. So it is also required, my dot is must, along with that at least one or more character is required, like here either C or CO or COM, like that, and that will be the end of our regular expression. So in the in the script here we require to call all these functions to validate the thing. So let us do it. Just make a if statement and call each function. So simply make it in the sorted way. Name, if all are true, then and then only it will be considered as true. So I will just print a message for now. When we will do in the PHP section, then we will implement it Ajax and then put forward into the PHP. So name, then email should be valid, then validate, subject should be valid, and then comment must be valid. If all these four fields, okay, I'm sorry, this is required, all four fields are valid, then we will print a message validated. Okay, so yeah, let us open your browser, reload the page. Once file is loaded, then type a name like demo example at example.com. simply put it an example, or actually I believe that here you have to put the else to check out that there is an error. Okay, so I'm not putting actually a valid email address here. So our subject must be at least 5 A B C D E, then comment 50. Okay, so I just use a text generator in the VS Code and simply paste it. Now I try to submit it. Once again there is some problem. Okay, yeah, actually I need to refresh because I have made some changes. Gmail.com. You actually make it wrong for now. ABCD something E and then lorem ipsum and submit it. Then you must get the validation error because your mail is not satisfying the required criteria. Once again, I believe it is enough long. So document.getElement by ID and the field name is here. Just a second. Yeah, so if there was a little bit confusion, forget the thing. So here subject must be at least 5 character long. So there is condition that means your subject must be more than 5 character. Here is not equal to, because of that there is a confusion. So simply add another character and try to submit it, so it is validated, and when it is less than, then there is an error. You can validate it, and if there is any query you can write it in the comment box. Yeah, so in the next section actually we will see that how we will submit it using Ajax. Means your page will not reload, but your data will be sent to the server, and the server will also verify the data, and if all the thing is okay, then it will send to your specified mail address also. I hope that it is helpful for you. If it is so, then please thumbs up for the video, share it with your friend. Thank you for watching it. Have a nice day.